Here in Cambridge, the local Kiwi Pub and Grill is one of the locals' favorites for dining out. And after 15 years, they are still well noted for their original South Pacific style food. And the quality, oh, you can taste it. Len, how did you come up with the name, the Golden Kiwi?
Opening a restaurant is potluck sometimes. And back in New Zealand, where I come from, they had the Golden Kiwi lottery. And it was a lottery they formed by the government to help the arts out. So I figured that we needed a little bit of luck, so, so we called it the Golden Kiwi.
I love the decor that you have around here. Can you explain the decor a little bit?
Well, most of the decor comes from my wife, Judy. She's very artistic in that way. But it really depicts a lot of scenes from New Zealand. For example, the mural on the wall is two of my favorite East Coast beaches that we used to go to when we were young children.
It looks beautiful. I really like the ambiance. Could you elaborate on the menu?
You know, a lot of people get a little confused. They think we're very English in New Zealand, and that was our history. But since then we've been influenced by the countries around us, hence Indonesia, Malaysia, even China. And so those influences have crept into the cuisine in New Zealand. And Judy lived there for 8 years and was influenced by those factors. That's where the idea came from, to creating the menu.
15 years later, you're still going strong, you're bigger and better than ever, you're renowned for your food. What gets you up every morning? Because the business of owning a restaurant is hard. What gets you up every day?
You gotta like people. If you don't like people, if you're not a people person, you're not gonna stay in this business very long. You got to be able to relate, to every day meeting new people, saying hi to old friends, and it's hard sometimes, to keep that positive, zing all the time. I got a bit of a grumpy reputation out there, but I'm a great believer, in being yourself, and you come across more natural that way. Instead of putting on airs and whatever, but so I'm a Kiwi. I make no excuse for that.
Executive Chef Judy Owens is going to show us how to do a few things back here at the Golden Kiwi Pub and Grill. So Judy, what are we making?
We're making dukkha, which is an ancient Egyptian spice from, and it's coriander, cumin, nuts, sesame seeds, and peppercorns.
And we're going to toast them up and do something funky with them?
We're going to funk them up. And I suggest roasting spices because you're going to get a lot more flavor. 1.5 cups of cumin, 1 cup of coriander, pepitos, which is pumpkin seeds, I like that. Just a lot of seeds. Peppercorns, just roast them all together. In another pan, we got some almonds and we got some pistachios, whatever nuts you like, pecans will work. And in here we're going to add some sesame seeds. It's the main ingredient in the dukkha.
Okay. So I can tell it's a very flavorful base already. By toasting the spices, you and I well know as chefs that it really accentuates the flavors of the spices.
That's right. When they pop, turn it off, and then you put them in, mix them up and put them in the coffee grinder. This is what you end up with.
Oh,
very flavorful.
Yes, I can see that. The nuts would add a lot to not only flavor but the texture as well.
That's right.
So there's no breadcrumbs in this.
No.
So this is great for celiacs.
You have to heat the oil till it's really hot, otherwise it's going to stick.
That's why
really
you're using canola.
And you don't want to crowd the pan too much. Nice one there, maybe 4.
That looks fabulous.
I'm going to turn that down a bit. And now with the shrimp, there we go.
Oh, I can smell that already.
So that's good.
That looks great.
Very easy.
Judy, I'm looking forward to trying this.
Now the sauce, roast some pumpkin and maple syrup, salt and pepper for maybe half an hour, then add some persimmon. I cook that in coconut milk and vanilla bean, a bit of chicken stock, and some of the spices. Just add the spices that are already ground up, and a bit of garlic and ginger, and then I schmooze it. I call it schmoozing. Hand blend it afterwards after it's cooked. Yeah.
So with 2 bars that's been voted best cocktails, a patio, and a fabulous fine dining room that has that South Pacific feel, what is not to love about the Kiwi Pub and Grill here in Cambridge? And it's all right here on Grand River Living. Bon appetit.